Built in 1928, it's been simply known for 86 years as the North Market Street Bridge. Not anymore. 13. That is the number of school shootings the United States saw this past January alone. According to the University of Maryland Department of Energy, everything coming out of here is safe to breathe. However, they really can't fix it until the weather warms up. Each child received a free t-shirt and then marched to pray for peace. When we're talking about Maryland Day, we thought we'd come to where it all began. The University of Maryland started as an agricultural school in 1856. It was a shooting that rocked the souls of many.
You know, you see the news, it was just shooting at Virginia Tech. And you know, you see that and you just kind of like, you're not sure how to react exactly.
Greg Tambini is a student here at the University of Maryland, but events at Virginia Tech 7 years ago will always remain close to him.
What happened was my sister was supposed to be in that hall, the building that was shot up.
But 32 innocent people weren't as lucky, and now for Greg, he pauses every time he hears of a school shooting.
It's very taxing when you're in that sort of state, not knowing whether or not something's happened to a loved one.
13. That is the number of school shootings the United States saw this past January alone. And with numbers like this, the University of Maryland Police Department isn't fooling around.
We have a very robust plan here on our campus.
Chief of University of Maryland Police David Mitchell says his department has prepared for the worst.
Heaven forbid our troops get that call. I want them to know exactly what they're going to do because they've practiced it so many times.
And they both say they need students' help.
I do think that students do need to be more aware of what they do. I would say a lot of us don't necessarily take the alerts too seriously, which I would say could be a problem.
But overall, Tambini says
you can't always live in fear.
Reporting from College Park, I'm Brett Hall for Maryland Newsline Monday. In the early hours of a snowy morning before the campus wakes up, things are far from quiet.
We went into emergency mode on this event at 6 p.m. last night, and we have not stopped since then.
This is Snow Command, where Karen Petroff coordinates a crew of plow drivers, salters, and shovelers.
Parking lot, status of sidewalks, emergencies that are occurring, equipment breakdowns.
One of those that reports back to Snow Command is Moray Clark, and although he's working in harsh conditions...
Personally, I like it, you know. Every day is different.
According to the University of Maryland Department of Facilities, every time the college closes, it costs them about $1.7 million. And that's why crews are out here this morning to make sure they can get things clean as fast as they can.
If you actually look at the type of equipment that we're using and how, you know, how dangerous it is and like in the close quarters and around people, I mean, this is probably one of the more dangerous jobs.
Back at Snow Command, there's work underway to make the job safer. They are expecting brand new equipment.
What it will do after the rollout is actually make any campus citizen able to access it on the internet so that they can see what the status of any given system is.
Nonetheless, Petroff says that the old-fashioned feeling of accomplishment remains the same.
If you can get through this kind of event and still maintain the access that people need, you know that you were here to hold that access.
Reporting from Snow Command in College Park, I'm Brett Hall for Maryland Newsline Monday. For Mallory O'Keefe, even dinner at a restaurant is difficult.
Say no, thank you.
She has Down syndrome and is on the autism spectrum, but tonight she is among friends.
They've always turned every situation into an opportunity to have her included in the community.
Marianne O'Keefe is Mallory's mom, and she's talking about Phil Givens and John Williams, who own P&J Life Skills, where they provide respite care and social training to individuals with disabilities.
Growing in life skills, just experiences and making strides towards everyday life.
It all started when the two worked with special education students in their high school.
We got so busy right after high school, and me and Phil couldn't, on a daily basis, couldn't work with, 4 kids at a time. So it was time just, let's just make the commitment and do this.
What they do is hold skill events like this, restaurant night. Some of the skills they hope that they learn are how to just order at a restaurant in public.
What can I get you today?
No tomatoes on mine. Okay, did you want lettuce on that? Yes, please.
When something clicks, just amazing. I love my job.
Marianne loves what they do for her daughter.
Her behaviors are much better, and she's more engaging. She'll look people in the eye, and she really likes to be with them.
At the end of the day, for Phil and John, that's what really matters.
And when you allow them to come in and experience what everybody else experiences, it's like really what, trumps everything else.
Reporting from Bel Air, I'm Brett Hall for Maryland Newsline Monday.